بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
Interpretation of the Holy Quran.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. With the help of Allah, we have started to have a brief interpretation of Quran. We reached to chapter Baqara. This chapter is the longest chapter of Quran, which is revealed in Medina. It has 286 verses. Please listen to verse 187.
أحل لكم ليلة الصيام الرفث إلى نسائكم هن لباس لكم وأنتم لباس لهن علم الله أنكم كنتم تختانون أنفسكم فتاب عليكم وعفى عنكم فالآن باشروهن وابتغوا ما كتب الله لكم وكلوا واشربوا حتى يتبين لكم الخيط الأبيض من الخيط الأسود من الفجر ثم أتموا الصيام إلى الليل ولا تباشروهن وأنتم عاكفون في المساجد تلك حدود الله فلا تقربوها كذلك يبين الله آياته للناس لعلهم يتقون.
You are permitted on the night of the feast to go into your wives. They are a garment for you, and you are a garment for them. علم الله أنكم كنتم تختانون أنفسكم فتاب عليكم وعفى عنكم فالآن باشروهن. Allah knew that you acted unfaithfully to yourselves, so He has turned to you and removed from you. So now be in contact with them. وابتغوا ما كتب الله لكم وكلوا واشربوا حتى يتبين لكم الخيط الأسود الأبيض من الخيط الأسود من الفجر. And seek what Allah has ordained for you, and eat and drink until the whiteness of the day becomes indistinct from the blackness of the night at dawn. ثم أتموا الصيام إلى الليل ولا تباشروهن وأنتم عاكفون في المساجد. Then complete the fast till night and have not contact with them while you keep to the mosques. تلك حدود الله فلا تقربوها كذلك يبين الله آياته للناس لعلهم يتقون. These are the limits of Allah, so do not go near them. Thus Allah does make clear His communications for men that they may guard against evil. In previous section we talked about this verse. We said before revelation of this verse, it was forbidden for the people in the holy months of Ramadan, all the months, day and night, to have relation with each other. Men could not have relation to their wives, to have intercourse. But in this verse, Allah says, from now on, you can have relation to your wives. Allah says, He understood that you betrayed Some of the people in the night, they had relation and they had committed sin by that. But from now on, Allah says, أُحِلَّ لَكُمْ لَيْلَةَ الصِّيَامِ الرَّفَسُ إِلَى نِسَائِكُمْ. In the night, until the morning, you can have relation to your wives. We said there are a few messages that we can get from this verse. One, we will see that Allah tries to make it easy for the people. Maybe at the beginning He wanted to show the people that this is difficult order, not to have any kinds of relation, and some people will commit sin because it's very difficult. So from now on, Allah says, I'm going to make it easy for you. From different verses of Quran and from many narrations, we understand that يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ بِكُمُ الْيُسْرَ وَلَا يُرِيدُ بِكُمُ الْعُسْرَ. Allah says that He has decided for you easy work. He decided to make easy for the people, not to make everything difficult for the people. We know that when a person is sick, is not obligated to make a fast. When a person fears from sickness, is not necessary to make a fast. So if a person asks that, okay, my son, my daughter is very, very young or very weak, can he make a fast? If parents or the person himself fears from sickness, of course is not obligated to make a fast in such a circumstances. Also from this verse, when Allah allows men and women to have relation with each other in the night, and for a few hours in a day only says not to have relation to each other, it means Allah doesn't want people to destroy their natural needs. Our passions and desires are our natural needs, and we should fulfill them, but not from the haram way. Allah doesn't want people to kill their desires. So if a person says, I'm not going to marry at all, Allah doesn't like it and Islam doesn't approve it. It is recommended to marry on time. So in this verse, we will see that Allah pays attention to our natural need and says, okay, you have such a desire, go and take care of your desires, only don't commit sin. From this verse, we understand that we are not allowed to destroy our passions, our desires. Not only that, we should pay attention to them only to fulfill them in a good way. Another sentence, when Allah says, هُنَّ لِبَاسٌ لَكُمْ وَأَنْتُمْ لِبَاسٌ لَهُنَّ. Your women are garment for you, and you are garment for your women. We understand from this sentence that women need men and men need women. This is from two sides. Because Allah says, as they are garment for you, you are garment for them. You need women, you are created in such a way, and women need men. If one person wants to raise his child or her child alone, he or she will face a serious problem. Those people who take care of their children, but the children will raise with a single parent, they have a lot of problems in their life. Then Allah says, علم الله أنكم كنتم تختانون أنفسكم فتاب عليكم. Allah says that He understood that you were unfaithful to yourself. It means you betrayed. It means you committed sin. Allah had told you not to have relation to your wife even in the night of the month of Ramadan, day and night. Some of the people started to commit sin, and Allah says, I knew that. فَتَابَ عَلَيْكُمْ. But Allah forgave you. وَعَفَا عَنْكُمْ. And after that, فَالْآنْ بَاشِرُهُنَّ, he says, from now on, you have relation to each other. عَلِمَ Allah, Allah emphasized that He has knowledge that أَنَّكُمْ كُنْتُمْ تَخْتَانُونَ أَنفُسَكُمْ, that you betrayed, you committed sin. If we pay attention to this sentence, that anything we do, Allah is watching us and Allah knows everything. Many times we control ourselves. Sometimes we think that really nobody is watching us. But Allah has the knowledge to everything. كنتم تختانون أنفسكم. Allah says you were unfaithful to yourself. From this we understand that Allah approves that people commit sin. People are not innocent. But Allah encourages people that when you make mistakes, go back to Allah. Allah is going to protect you again. Allah is going to help you again. We are not innocent people, and Allah says that you are not innocent, but go to Allah and Allah is going to forgive. Another point that we understand from this sentence, Allah did not say, علم الله أنكم كنتم تخالفون أوامر الله, or تعصون Allah. Allah didn't say that He knows that you commit sin. Allah says, كنتم تختانون أنفسكم. Allah knew that you betrayed yourself. It means to commit sin is a betray. When a person commits sin, it means he oppressed himself. He was unfaithful to himself. He hurt himself. Not only he disobeyed Allah, not he betrayed Allah, he betrayed himself, because he didn't hurt Allah, he hurt himself. We understood that any time we commit sin, we hurt ourselves and we betray ourselves. Then Allah says, وَابْتَغُوا مَا كَتَبَ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ. After telling فَالْآنْ بَاشِرُهُنَّ, from now on you have relation to your wife, you can have intercourse in the night of the holy month of Ramadan. After that, Allah says, وَابْتَغُوا مَا كَتَبَ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ, and seek from Allah whatever He decides for you. It means don't order Allah to give me a son, a boy, or a girl. God forbid, and don't complain to Allah why you have given me boy or girls. No, this is wrong. If you want one of them, that's okay. You can say, God, I like it. If you allow me to have boy or girl, that's okay. But complain to the Lord, complain to wife, complain to the family that why my wife has boys or girls. This is something which is condemned in Islam. Boys and girls, both of them are blessings of Allah. Ask Allah to help you by giving your children, but healthy children. This is the most important issue. And when Allah gives healthy children, we should thank Allah. وَابْتَغُوا مَا كَتَبَ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ. Anything Allah has decided for you, take it and appreciate it. Then Allah says, وَلَا تُبَاشِرُوهُنَّ وَأَنْتُمْ عَاكِفُونَ فِي الْمَسَاجِدِ. While you are in the mosque, don't have relation to your wives. Allah wants to say that not only in Halat al-I'tikaf. Halat al-I'tikaf, I'tikaf is 3 days worshipping Allah in certain way. A person will enter the mosque and sit over there for 3 days. He doesn't come out. He definitely cannot have relation to his wife. Not only that, he cannot come out of the mosque. But here when Allah says عاكفون في المساجد, doesn't say في حالة الاعتكاف, because not only في حالة الاعتكاف, in the situation of i'tikaf, all the time when a person is in the mosque, even for 1 hour, he cannot have relation to his wife. When a person is not clean, he is not allowed to enter the mosque, even the women. How a person can have intercourse in the mosque? So Allah wants to say that when you are in the mosque, you should not have relation to each other. Another message, Allah says at the end of this verse, كذلك يبين الله آياته للناس لعلهم يتقون. In such a way, from beginning, that Allah said, you are allowed to have relation to your wives, but when you are in the mosque, you cannot have relation to each other. And from morning until evening, you should make a fast. From evening until morning, you are free. Then Allah said, in such a way, Allah will tell the people, will explain to them His communication, لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَّقُونَ. It means they may guard. They may guard, it means they may guard themselves against evil. They may protect themselves when the Satan is attacking them. When the passions and desires are encouraging a person to commit sin, they will be protected by following Allah's rules. So all these orders are for the people to raise them, to help them to protect themselves, to take them to higher level. We request Allah to help us to go to higher level spiritually. Thank you very much for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.